everybody knows what our traditional PBX tends to look like. If you go into many offices in Jamaica today, you'll find something that looks like this on the desk, and you'll find a big box in a room or a closet that is collecting dust and cobwebs and all kinds of things. And people who own these systems are crossing their fingers. I see some laughs here. I think I struck a chord right there. People who own these systems kind of cross their fingers every time they see it, because if it goes down now, support for that solution is non-existent. The end result for these traditional PBX or premise-based PBX solutions is that, first of all, you have to have a whole lot of money to buy one. That's the first thing. You have to have money in the bank. You have to have deep pockets to buy one. It uses a lot of energy, and people don't really think about that part of it, but there's a lot of energy expended when you have to power and cool these devices in your own location. And as many of you are probably, or can probably identify with, there is a good chance of obsolescence when it comes to these solutions, because as you know, things change in technology. We've said it several times this morning. Things change pretty rapidly, pretty quickly, and we don't always tend to know how to deal with those changes in an economic and efficient way. And limited integration with new technology. Things like video conferencing we have here, which is a big element as a part of our hosted PBX. One of the things that I like to explain to potential customers about hosted solutions in general is that when you are looking for voice solutions, what we tend to overlook is the true cost of ownership, the total cost of ownership for your premise-based equipment. Now what that means is, what are your total costs for the life of this piece of equipment, this piece of kit that you're going to buy, right? And what most people don't realize is that only about 24, 25% of that cost is the upfront cost. The outlay that you put out or the loan that you get to buy it, but the other 75% are the ongoing maintenance costs. And we're talking about things like licenses, the cost to add, change, move, administration, general administration, the maintenance and support. Some of you may or can identify with a scenario where we have somebody who needs to add a phone. We have a new employee and we need to add a phone, or maybe just simply changing an extension. Who do you call? You call your service provider, they come out, they charge you $115 just to get out there, and then it may or may not happen on that day. Am I right? I mean, this is my experience. This is what my customers tell me. So you've already extended some money just to get the guys out there. They don't always seem to know, well, it doesn't always work the way that you expect it to work. And at the end of the day, you get a bill at the end of the month, and you have to go and justify that to your accounts payable people. And that's the hard part for most people. That 75, 76% of the ongoing cost is significant, because when you buy one of these systems, you're probably going to keep it. I mean, the average life for a PBX is really 3 to 5 years, but we're in Jamaica, so we're talking about 15 years, right? You're going to keep this equipment forever, right? And so what it means is, forever you're going to be paying, right? Paying for the electricity costs, paying to add phones. I mean, who knows the cost of one of these extensions, one of these handsets? 17,000, 20,000 and up. Anybody has Cisco in here? I mean, you can't even find a North Star system right now, right? But we're talking about 20,000 minimum just to buy the handset itself. All right? These are the ongoing costs that we're speaking about. All right? Well, what is the future? The future is cloud. Now, I don't want to scare anybody with this term cloud. There are many different definitions. People have different understandings of what cloud is. I'll make it really simple. All it means is, instead of you buying all of this kit yourself, leverage our purchase for your benefit. We've already bought it. So just take a little section of that purchase that we've made, that investment that we've made, and use it to your benefit, right? And that's the best way for businesses like yours to benefit from the advent of cloud. I remember when I was in school, which wasn't that long ago, we had a We had a big, we had some speakers who came in, and all it was about was the advent of these small, portable databases. That was what everybody talked about. The future is all about these small, portable databases. A few years later, what came out? iPod. You had 60 gigs of data in your pocket, right? Is anybody here buying an iPod today? No. Where is all that data? Huh? Where is all that data?
In the cloud.
It's where?
In the cloud.
That's what I thought. That's where my data is. Right? All of these, what? iTunes, iHeartRadio, all of these subscription services. They no longer want you to have these small, portable databases. They want you to have everything in the cloud. Now, why does that make sense to you? Because you don't have to buy the small, portable database. You don't have to come up with this upfront capital. And this is how an SME or any business of any size, it could be a 2-person office or a 2,000-person office, you get the same benefit from cloud technologies, hosted solutions. So what does that mean to you? We have introduced what we term as hosted PBX for small and medium-sized enterprises. It means for you significant savings in your total cost of ownership. It means there's no upfront capital, there's no big investment. I mean, I'll go so far as to say, in Jamaica, if you're shopping for a PBX, if you need a PBX for your office, or you need a phone solution for your office, you're going to be faced with one of two solutions. You're either going to be faced with an Avaya solution, or you're going to be faced with a Cisco solution. Mainly Avaya because it tends to be more beneficial for smaller enterprises. To get into those solutions, we're talking about a minimum of, at the end of the day, 10,000, 15,000 US to get into those solutions today. That's what you're going to be sold. It may not look like that when they give you the proposal, but that's what you're going to be spending. That's not small money. And if I can get a solution that doesn't preclude me from purchasing or require me to purchase $15,000 worth of kit, I'm smiling, I'm laughing. In fact, I'm waving at the bank saying, thanks, don't need you anymore, right? Because we don't have to put that initial capital in to get a phone system. All we want is dial tone, call waiting, some voicemail, maybe 3-way calling, right? Why do we have to spend $15,000 to get that? That's where we come in, hosted PBX. Rapid deployment. What does that mean? It means you order from us, 30 days later or less, you get your full PBX solution. 30 days. I don't think anybody heard me with that. 30 days. What does it give you? Increased productivity. And when we say increased productivity, I'll give you an example. One of the things I think that we tend to, or used to traditionally, is that we look in the phone book and we have to contact a wrecking service. Let's say that we need, is Alliance Towing, we have somebody from Alliance Towing in here? Yeah. I need my car, so I need to wreck my car, I need to take it down to the dealership. How do I get in touch with you? I look in the phone book. How many telephone numbers do you have? So there are 2 numbers that are advertised. So now I have to make a decision on which one of these numbers I should call. And if I call both of them and they're busy, I'm going to 1-888-TOWING, right? Efficiency. Regardless of where you are on the island, I dial one number, and I'm in Santa Cruz, and I need my car wrecked. That one person who takes that call can reach to your resources in St. Elizabeth and say, look, there's a car down there, it needs to be wrecked, and it'll take you 15 minutes to get there. Here's the number, please contact this potential customer, and so on and so forth.